Today is the day of the week when I'm resting from cardio and strengthening exercises, and I'm just doing stretching. So it's almost 30 minutes, but I'm doing the whole body stretching. So our whole body is gonna be stretched, every muscle, everything is gonna be stretched, and it will help our blood circulation. Okay, let's start. We're gonna start with yoga flow. We're breathing in and stretching up, and we're breathing out and bending down. We're keeping our knees bent so it's easier. We're warming ourselves up. Then let's step into a plank, put our knees on the floor, and do a Chaturanga Dandasana upward facing dog. We're gonna stay in the upward facing dog. We're stretching our abs, we're stretching our legs, we're stretching our arms, and we're stretching our neck. Every stretch in this routine is gonna be about 10 breaths. So we're stopping in a stretch. Now let's go into a child pose. And just stay in the child pose as well. Keep the arms stretched forward. Breath. And let's get ready to the next stretch. Is we're gonna walk our hands to the side of our body. So we're adding to the child pose, we're adding the stretch of the side of the torso. Our arms are still being stretched, so 10 breaths here. Keep breathing. And let's get ready to come back to the center, to the child pose. And again, we're gonna stop in the child pose. Let's get ready to repeat the stretch to the side on the other side. Ten breaths, very gently. We're stretching our arms, we're stretching our back. After 10 breaths, we're gonna come back to the center into the child pose. And again, let's just have a few breaths here. And then we're gonna get onto our fours. Here we're gonna crunch our back and look up, and then we're gonna round our back and look down. So again, we're stretching our back. We're doing it 5 repetitions, and we're stretching our neck as well. That's 2. Crunch your back and look up, and round your back and look down. That's 3. 2 more times. Crunch the back and round the back. And one more time. Crunch the back Okay, now we're gonna do the arm stretching. Let's bring one arm to the side and then thread it through the other arm to the other side of our torso. Now the other arm is stretched forward and our head is turned to the side of the arm that is facing the side of the body. I hope I'm making sense. So we're stretching our neck here and we're stretching both arms. 10 breaths. And let's get ready to come out of this stretch and repeat this stretch on the other side. So stretch the arm to the side and then thread it through to the other side of the body. And the other arm is stretched forward and we are putting our head facing the direction of the arm that is stretched to the side. 10 breaths. And let's slowly get ready to come out of this stretch. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna now place one arm in front and the other one to the side, so our arms are 90 degrees to each other and our head is turned towards the arm that is stretching forward. Again, we're stretching the neck here and we're stretching the arms here. But if in the previous stretch we stretched the shoulder in the other direction, now we are opening up a shoulder. We're gonna get ready to repeat this to the other side. So we're swapping our arms. One goes to the front and another one goes to the side. Again, 90 degrees, and the head is turned towards the arm that is stretched to the front. So we're stretching the sides of the neck as well here, as well as the arm, both arms, and our back is being stretched as well. Again, let's slowly get ready to come out of this stretch. And both arms are forward, and then we're rounding our back and we're coming to our fours and we're doing again crunch and round the back 5 times again. Crunch and look up and round the back and look down. That's 2. Crunch your back and look up and round the back, look down. 3. 2 more times. Crunch and round. And last time, crunch your back, look up and round your back, look down. Now let's go onto our knees and clasp the hands together, and we're gonna again go down, place our head on the floor and lift our arms up. So we're stretching our arms here. Again, a different stretch. 10 breaths. let's get ready to come out of this stretch. Come onto your knees. Now we're gonna grab one foot behind our back and clasp it with both hands, and we're stretching the front of our thigh here, and we're also stretching our shoulders. 10 breaths. Let's get ready to swap the legs. Let go of the leg that's been bent and bend the other one. Grab it with both hands and pull it towards your body. 10 breaths. Okay, let's get ready to come out of this stretch. And now we're gonna bend back. So grab your feet if you can and stretch to the back. 10 breaths. So we're stretching here our front thighs, our abs. We're stretching our chest, we're stretching our neck, and we're stretching our arms. If you can't go all the way to your feet, just go as low as you can. Now let's come out of this stretch. And now we're gonna go a bit further, stretching the front of our thighs. Let's go all the way with our bent legs to the floor. Go as low as you can. Stop where it becomes difficult. If you can go all the way down, place your head on the floor. Keep your knees bent. And let's stay here for 10 breaths. Again, we're stretching the front of our thighs. We're stretching our abs, our chest, our arms, and our neck. After 10 breaths, we're gonna slowly come out of this stretch. And the next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and do Chaturanga Dandasana with our knees on the floor, upward facing dog. Couple of breaths here, and then we're gonna go into downward facing dog. So here we are releasing our back. We've been stretching our back, and now we're stretching it to other direction, and we're stretching the back of our legs. Try to keep your feet, your heels on the floor. And we're doing 10 breaths. And after 10 breaths, we're gonna do 10 lifts of each heel of the floor. We're bending our knees, and then we're swapping the legs. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's put both of our heels on the floor, and then step and jump forward. Straighten your legs, straighten your back, and then let's bend down. Grab your ankles if you can and pull yourself as close as possible towards your straight legs. It's okay if you can't keep your legs completely straight. Then bend a little bit in your knees. Just go as far as you can. Challenge yourself, but don't hurt yourself. Okay, we're gonna get ready to come out of this stretch. Let's breathe in and stretch up into a standing position and then breathe out. Okay, now we're gonna step our feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and we're gonna squat down, and let's thread our hands through the legs and put them on the floor. We're stretching internal thighs here. Our back is still being stretched. Keep your heels on the floor. Ten breaths. Get ready to slowly come out of this stretch. Straighten your legs and breathe in and straighten into a standing position. Now we're gonna step into a wider stand, and we're gonna bend down and bring our forearms as close as possible to the floor. Let's try to put them completely on the floor. So again, here we're staying for 10 breaths, and what we're stretching our legs, we're stretching our back, we're stretching our arms. Okay, let's grab our ankles and intensify the stretch a little bit more. Bring our torso closer to the legs. Now also put your head on the floor if you can. Ten breaths. And let's come out of this stretch and now stretch to the side. So we bend one leg and we keep the other leg straight. Keep both feet on the floor. Have your hands together in front of your chest. And we're staying in this stretch position for 10 breaths. So it's a side lunge stretch. Ready to swap the stretch to the other side, and we're gonna stay for 10 breaths in the same stretch on the other side. So we're stretching our legs. But it also feels toning the legs. 10 breaths, and let's slowly get ready to come out of this stretch. Stand up and then bend down, and again let's grab hold of our ankles, and this time try to put your head on the floor in a way for the back of our neck to stretch as well. 10 breaths. get ready to slowly come out of this stretch. Straighten your back and then stand up. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 breathing in and stretching up, and breathe out. We're gonna do it 4 times. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, stay with me. I'm gonna do my balancing stretch, which is my favorite stretch. I love it. And I'm gonna do 5 breaths in each element of this stretch. Okay, so what I'm starting with is I am gonna bring my knee to the chest. So I'm standing on one leg and I'm bringing one knee to the chest. I'm standing in this stretch for 5 breaths. And I'm gonna get ready to grab hold of my foot. And I'm gonna straighten the leg in front. So I'm still standing on one leg and I'm straightening the other leg in front. To have a better balance, you can stand next to the wall or to the chair. After 5 breaths, I'm gonna open up my stretch. So the foot is going to the side, and now I'm gonna try to grab the foot with both hands and be here in this stretch for 5 breaths. It is challenging. I'm gonna bend my knee and bring my foot behind and keep hold of my foot behind my back with both hands for 5 breaths. And after 5 breaths, I'm gonna let go of my foot and with one arm. I'm gonna lift the foot up. So I'm kneeling down slightly and I'm lifting my foot up. Staying here for 5 breaths. And now I'm gonna let go of the foot completely. Keep the leg straight behind. So I'm standing on straight leg. I'm leaning forward and the straight leg behind as well. Now I'm gonna bring my hands on the floor and lift the leg behind. 5 breaths. I'm gonna get ready to slowly come out and try not to put my foot on the floor. I'm placing the foot on a standing leg hip and I'm squatting down. So I'm stretching the side of my hip. 5 breaths. And after 5 breaths, I'm going to straighten the squatting leg and place the foot of the other leg against my internal thigh of the standing leg. And now I'm stretching to the side by bringing the arm over the head to the side. 5 breaths. I'm straightening my body and now I'm going to stretch the arm. I'm putting them across my chest to the side and I'm helping to push it with the other hand. I'm still standing on one leg. Now I'm gonna stretch the arm to the back. Again, I'm helping the stretch with the other hand. And I'm gonna slowly come out of the stretch, bring both hands above my head into prayer position. 5 breaths here. And then I'm gonna slowly move my hands down towards in front of my chest, and 5 breaths here. I'm finishing the stretch on this side and I'm gonna repeat all these elements of stretching on the other side. So starting with the knee going up and towards the chest. 5 breaths. Then I'm gonna grab hold of my foot and straighten the leg in front. 5 breaths. And now I'm gonna move the foot to the side, so I'm opening up a stretch. 5 breaths. And I'm gonna try to grab hold of the lifted leg with both hands. It's challenging. Okay, I'm gonna come out of this stretch and bring my foot behind. So I'm stretching the front of my hip. And then I'm gonna let go of the foot with one hand. And I'm gonna lift the foot up and lean forward. 5 breaths. And after 5 breaths, I'm letting go of the foot completely, straightening leg behind, and 5 breaths. And after 5 breaths, I'm gonna put my hands on the floor and lift the leg as high as I can up. 5 breaths. And then very slowly, balancing, I'm gonna come up and place the foot on the standing leg, front thigh, and I'm gonna squat on the standing leg. 5 breaths. And the next stretch is gonna be placing my bent leg foot against my internal thigh of the standing leg, and now I'm stretching to the side by bringing the arm over the head and stretching to the side. 5 breaths. And now the arm stretch, so arm goes in front of the chest and it's pushed with the other hand. And then we're gonna bring the arm and push it back for 5 breaths. Okay, let's get ready to come out of the stretch and bring both hands above the head. 5 breaths in this position. Now let's slowly bring the hands down in front of the chest for 5 breaths. Okay, so we've done the challenging bit of the stretching. I hope you enjoyed stretching today, and I'll